Hey everyone, welcome to Beyond Curry Leaf. What do I have here? Let's see. It's my leftover spicy mint water, pudine ka pani, and then I have some kala chana and sprouts masala and kala chana with the potato masala. I had made both masalas as the filling in my pani puri for last night's dinner. So this is the recipe for you if you run out of pani puris like me. My kids tend to eat more puris with less water and less masala, and because of that I end up with leftover pani and a little bit of masala. For now I am measuring the mint pani puri liquid that I have. I have about 3/4 cup of pani puri liquid, and I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of chana flour. In a non-stick pot, add 1 teaspoon of oil. I actually need a little more, but I'm trying not to use too much oil. So start with 1 teaspoon of oil, 1 teaspoon of rye, and about half teaspoon of cumin, and let this splutter. Add chana flour and be ready with a spatula. You will need to stir continuously. I had the stove on the lowest heat setting, but even then it's still very hot. As you can see in my pan, there's smoke coming out. So I'm lifting up the pot and stirring it. Don't let it burn. If it does burn, then there is no saving it. You just have to start over. Okay, so you can turn off the stove also if the pot is too hot. We must cook the chana flour. It needs to brown, but not burn. It should not smell burnt, just brown, you guys. It needs to smell good, not burnt. Keep stirring continuously, breaking the chana flour lumps, if any. I only used 1 teaspoon of oil, but I needed a little more. How can you tell? This chana flour is very dry. So that's how I tell. So add a little more oil. So I suggest you start with 2 teaspoons of oil and 1 tablespoon of flour, and that should work. If you stop stirring for too long, then chana flour will burn. Then you just have to start over. Once you add the oil, mix it again. Remove the pan from the heat if need be. Once chana flour is brown and it smells fragrant, not burnt, then start adding pani puri liquid. Do you wonder what happens when you add all of the mint pani puri liquid to the chana flour at this point? Lumps will form. It will take longer for you to break those lumps. They will fall apart eventually after stirring and cooking, but it's not the ideal way of doing it. So, to avoid lumps, add little pani puri liquid, mix it well, and then add more mint pani puri liquid as needed. So what can you use if you don't have kala chanas or sprouts like I have today? You can use Kabuli chana, open up one of those cans of Kabuli chana, rinse those Kabuli chana, get rid of all the liquid, and then use it in this recipe. Or just make it with potatoes. It tastes delicious. So boil a potato, mash it with hand, and add to this recipe. By the way, my pani puri liquid contains all the spices like mint, green chilies, black salt, black pepper, cumin, and of course, pani puri masala. So all we need to add in this recipe is turmeric and little red pepper to taste. Mix it well. Let this all cook. So what consistency you want to make this recipe will depend on you. How do you want to enjoy it? I like to have it as a soup for a light lunch. So I keep it more liquidy. Remember, because we are using chana flour, it will thicken once you stop cooking. So add a little more water than you need. Just a little, not a lot. Just a little more water than you need so that the consistency is correct when you sit down to enjoy it. How else can you enjoy it? Make the gravy thicker and serve it with roti or paratha, or serve it with rice. Add more pani puri liquid as you need it. What to do if you don't have enough pani puri liquid? Then you can use water as well. But in that case, you will need to taste and add little salt in this recipe. This whole recipe only took about 10 minutes to make. And to me, this is the best way of using the leftovers from when you make Pani Puri. I have posted my Pani Puri recipe in detail, and yes, I mean it, in detail. How much water, how many grams of mint, everything in a video that I will share the link in description. I hope you all will give this recipe a try next time you have Pani Puri liquid left, and let me know how you like it. Until next time, take care.